find the molar mass of an unknown gas collected in a flask of 342 milliliters at a pressure of 554 millimeters of mercury and at 23 degrees Celsius. The mass of the gas was found to be 2.421 grams. I don't know why, but every year when I read this problem, I always feel a little like Dr. Seuss, just because it kind of all rhymes together. But anyway, so with this problem, it's asking us to find the molar mass of it. And if we take a look at our equation, this equation doesn't have mass in it, and it doesn't have molar mass. But if you remember the last time we kind of went through this stuff, we found another equation that did. And that equation was PV equals MRT divided by MM. And so M is mass, and then MM is molar mass. So because they gave us the mass here, our unknown is going to be this MM. And so we just have to make sure that everything else is given. All right, so let's go through and see if we have a P, a V, and a T. So if we go back to this, all right, the flask is 342 milliliters, so that's a volume. And this volume's in milliliters, which we're going to have to convert to liters. It says at a pressure of 554 millimeters of mercury, and so it said pressure, but we're going to need to convert this into ATM. And if you're still like, all right, why are we converting these things? Because we're going to use R, and remember R is 0.0821 ATM liters divided by K times mole. So we need to use all of these units for this problem. All right, so that's why that needs to be an ATM, that's why that needs to be liters. And then also we always want to make this plus 273, right? If it's not in Kelvin, we want to make it in Kelvin. So it's going to give us 296 Kelvin, and that's going to be our temperature. So we have temperature, we have pressure, we have volume, we have everything that we need for this problem to solve it. The only thing we're looking for is the molar mass. Okay, so since we're looking for molar mass, I'm going to rearrange this problem, this equation, and then plug the numbers in. So we want to get molar mass on the top by itself. So I'm going to put it over here. And then I'm going to put this over here. So multiplying MM on both sides, that's going to cancel those out, all right? And now we have MM on the top, but we also have PV here. So we need to divide by PV. All right, and I'm going to rewrite it as MM equals MRT divided by PV. And then from here, you just need to plug in everything from these other spots. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start writing in these conversions. So this is 342 milliliters. We need to convert that into liters. So we're going to do 1,000. And that's going to give us 0.342 liters. And when we're doing like quizzes and tests and whatnot, do make sure you show that work, because you get credit for showing, you get points for showing that work. All right. So that's our volume now. All right, next thing we need to do is convert this 554 millimeters of mercury. So I'm going to squeeze it in up here. All right, and on the bottom it's going to be 760 millimeters of mercury, just like that homework problem we did where we were converting. And then on the top we're looking for, because it's R, we're looking for ATM. So it'll be 1 ATM. All right, this one we have to divide. 554 divided by 760. It's going to give us 0.7289. All right, there's 3 sig figs, so we're going to do 729. ATM. Okay, so now we have a pressure. And then we have the temperature already from over there. Okay, so we should be able to plug everything in. So let's do this. So MM equals, mass was given, 2.421 grams. R we always know. With all of its units, make sure you write them all out. Everything's going to cancel out. You get points for it. 296 Kelvin. All of that over the pressure, which we found to be 0.729. And then volume, which is 0.342 liters. Okay, and let's just finally cancel out some units, and then we'll calculate the answer in a moment. Okay, so let's cancel out things. We have ATM on the top and bottom, so they get canceled out. Liters on the top and bottom. Kelvin also. Now all that's left is grams, and then divided by moles. So the answer is going to be grams per mole, which is awesome because that's what molecular mass is. It's grams per mole. So that's great that these two worked out, and one is, that's divided by moles right there. So everything looks great. Okay, so you just have to plug this in your calculator. Okay, so to plug this in the calculator, I'm going to do 2.421 times 0.0821 times 296 equals, divided by 0.729 divided by 0.342, and I got 235.98. Okay, so let's look at sig figs. It looks like there's 4 for the grams, but everything else has 3. So we're going to go with 3 sig figs. So 235.98 is going to get rounded up to 236 grams per mole. And that's going to be our answer for that problem.